Ndieta Ngonza. Imbetoketi nambe. Andi asiana dansato.
Ndonya kwaje wono muzio nundu nyina atiwe kana kakwa na no niende na ukazubia. Ina kana gukakwa na kono kenzubia. Iyo kano.
Ela nozie Steven. Ndiye wawe mukuo kwakwa. Na ndio nawe mukuo na ni gwa ndiende gwa ni kuzubia ciana ndiwa.
The name Twana Twitu in my ethnic language, which is Kikamba, means our children. Because I believe that all vulnerable children belong to all of us. It was just me in my village wanting to help a handful of children who at the time were hungry. And what happened was two grandmothers who had been left with a multitude of children happened to come to receive this aid. And that was the first time, as much as I'd heard about HIV/AIDS, that I became aware of the orphan issue. Before you know it, we had gone from supporting 11 children to 22 to 55, and the rest is history.
My granny, I don't know, I don't blame God, but sometimes I try to think why we were put to be in this place, whereby the places and drought-stricken and also hunger-stricken because of most of the time we go the whole year without rains. But maybe God had a good purpose for us.
Largely what happened is AIDS robbed us of our people at their most productive stage.
We are at the homestead of Ngonza. She was one of the first people in this community that was left with children orphaned by HIV/AIDS. In fact, just outside this car, you can see graves. We bury our dead in our homesteads. So the children that live in this area are the children that have been raised by Twana Twitu with Ngonza's support.
Na William zozo. William ona tawe na miaka yano yu. Ni vitu kite miaka yana.
Oh. Nambe. Isami wa yembe. Wetwa. Itwe kalamono amukawe. Wewe. Una queso, una queso, una tiwanoa, candisea, Mwingi, unemelesia, na unememboya itu, naenda kuwadia, kwa kilo, na nosa, Kaseko, tukomio, angobikabala, ina namiene boy, kana kamweka dio yuto ye kwena mai, akabika kuoto eseoya, na ndio bago niti. Kuge duo wana. Angwasia guesoma, guasome.
From the onset, the caregivers were really the glue that put everything together.
We have community volunteers who are so hardworking. We have around 2,000 children we are serving. And we have 606 caregivers. We go to visit those ones who have issues. There is stuff we cannot make to visit all the children. So we use the volunteers to reach the children and also our caregivers. We get support from different places. It's not only from the donors, but individual. Somebody donates clothes, someone donates food. If it were not for this, most of the orphans would have died.
Hey, hi Joel.
Hi.
Welcome to Twana Twitu.
Thank you so much. With my own Twana Foundation, gives sustainable projects to existing projects in Africa. We are glad about this particular project because they're reaching out to the kids that are affected with HIV and AIDS. So to us, I think it's a good reach. Being a semi-arid area means that these guys majorly don't depend on agriculture. And we want to get rid of that notion. And once we provide them with water, we know now they'll be able to do some farming and grow food that be consumed locally, and they can also sell surplus. That means we're going to improve on their nutrition, and we're going to play a big part in that. So we are giving them water, and we know water will be very useful and very effective when it comes to farming.
Our vision and that of With My Own Two Hands are very well intertwined. They're both geared at uplifting community. Poverty can be crippling, but it doesn't have to be debilitating as such.
Itwetelete mbua yoke yuwe kwethia ndina ngwa ukwati witu wisilami undani yokwethia yumo ndani twinona kindu kubu bethia bena mabinya nundu yuno mpaka mwana wae o izukulu no mpaka umwike maundu make withie we mwani ube uno botwona bena binya.
John was left by his mother when he was 2 weeks old. After the mother bore him, she became very sick because she had HIV, and then she died.
Ogie kwambia omogea hata minite mwaka yo mwana munini huyo mwaka ote muthelu wezi ndiye siolondo membasa lakini nyona mundu olondo mbasa nondo inazo ndiye yangu nane ondo ndiwo ondo nondo inazo lakini ndiye mundu nokokua ondo okua angi makwazi mundu onyoko ikalania mundu ou ukwethia wa mukwata no weka rondo ona mambo sata itu thoa kiwi githia na mathina nundu yugila bua wona ya ukaya ukwithia ndiku kiuru kiosa munanda wemeiwe ani aba ala obunse ibo twithia twaile twikolatie kiwu twiko kwitu kithia kena thina kumbuze cia kuisia ngalio na kwau kwithia kiwu itu tetha swime nanda nkandu beka munanda twithia no baka twata bekiwu.
We need to improve this climate and change. And the only way to change it is to bring clean water. Most of the people depend on the water which is in an open place. It's not even safe for taking. Here, even the cows and other animals, they just come to drink the water here.
Yeah, this is not safe at all.
It's not safe at all. But since they have no other option, they have to depend on it. It's too little for them to accommodate all the people. And like now you can see, people are just stepping on it and they will go and take that water. If they can get somewhere where they can get a tap to water, they just open, we are going to protect them from the diseases.
If we get water in this area, they can do wonders in this particular region.
Kwesa kwethia ni ngbonaga ni no ciana cia kwitu no kwesa kwethia ni ngubuthicwe muno na ndu utwikane no ciana na ndeba na mbi kwikala nacio ni wa moyo ndiwana mukuona ikitu.
She's my sister, the one who took care of me. I'm proud today to call her my mom. I was 12 when my parents passed away. So I felt like the world has come to an end. At one point, I became a street boy for 1 week.
Nyenitaine wiene na Mwingi na wewe na ngina ni Mose. Na wewe nguwa ngwendo muteri tamuinawa. Nene ilo na tsoma ene tsili mathina ni ma okosa kwethia ni ngwa iwani taile osioka skulu. Nĩ wabana na eguye be shirika ya ikwaza ciana ya Twana Twitu. Na ila na manie na weria ni gona endie ku.
Stephen, he had been left by his two parents through HIV and AIDS. And the community we live in, at that time, they had very high stigma.
HIV, there were many names for it in Ukambani. We called it murele, you know, it would make you so thin, it would finish you off. In fact, nobody who died in that period, I'd say till probably the early 2000s, ever owned up, and their families owned up to that person having died from HIV/AIDS.
Karibu sana. Dako sisi atina ningi thengea. Amba kumia cia twende twambie wai, twambe kuthima kilo. Ni sawa? Mundu ndakia. Mundu ndakara. Ndakia. Wende neza muno. Ikala vai nya musila. Musila. Kala ba. Okulia ngewani ya kilo. Ngewani ya mile ku ya musi. Nuithia bena mathina mwinamo. Nuithia liutebo.
Withia hapo neza lakini ula withia hapo itu no gesa.
Kono no kwa sali ndatika
hiyo. Withia gemwe kutena liuti okumu. Ti okumu.
Lakini ningi bano
tuitata o nurutonya.
Atonyaka. Without nutrition, then poor absorption of these drugs, and that will end up with poor adherence. Yeah, and obviously the viral load will go up. This patient will start getting opportunistic infection. Immunity is down. You get TB, you get the chronic diarrheas. That's it.
HIV itself is both a cause and a consequence of poverty. From the beginning, we have always really gone out of our way to make sure that all our children who are positive receive not just the medication, but the food. And then we had to start thinking about the person who is taking care of these children. And we thought if we take better care of the homestead as a whole, we will have a healthier community.
In 2002, we thought of opening an office, and then we brought in some more stakeholders whom we can work with to support the children. We scaled up the number of children to 2,500, but due to lack of funding from the year 2016, we started scaling down because we did have enough funding to support the children.
There's nothing more disheartening than giving a community hope and finding yourself in the position where you have to start withdrawing it. I actually lose a lot of sleep over it. It's very painful.
I would say the state they were in at the moment we came into this particular project, they were being abandoned by an organization that was helping them. For us, we believe if we do them water, it will unlock a lot of things in this particular region. And then from there, we will want to, take them to the next level. So, of course, we're going to provide them with also a greenhouse. And in that way, they will be able to participate in agriculture.
Machine already here, and they have started drilling today morning. We hope within 48 hours, we shall get the water because we can see the signs, and we believe by the next one day we shall have water with us. I'm feeling so happy to have the water here. I've started now being more excited because I can see now we are going to get the water as soon as possible.
The long-term objective here is, of course, to boost sustainability. By gifting us with this borehole, we will be able to generate some income. We will be able to spend less time sourcing for water. This is a project that can be practically replicated in many other areas and overall kind of heal some of the pains that our community goes through.
Here is a situation whereby they're left kids It's another level of love we've been shown that we need also to embrace, that you never give up. Even at old age, women can make change.
The word strength defines the woman in Mwingi. To be a Mwingi woman means to delve deep down within and find strength that is almost superhuman. To be patient, to be loving, to be enduring, to be steadfast.
Ni mubeno ndo akona kibuki abuka baba kubi. Ni kwethia no tanga iwe kisomo ni naendete kia usomo ndwa kubanda mboka kala nutrition. Na tena mwana ngurini yausi yuko yitu ka banda mboka na koka kunyivya hapa mwana itongo. Tutekwekata ni twasi mubea. Amu kitaki kwitu atini mubea pyo.
These grandmas stood the ground and did whatever they could do. I've witnessed out of these women's hands, these kids are going places.
Ithie nithie asobe matwana Twitu twamuka kwa chatene na twithio mwambi kasua ikathwe ni tumathoka cia misini itu na tukavingwa ngosi itu kwa ciana ila twendete ciana ila cia Mwingi na mautuini ni tungama pamwe nacio ta a inya alametiwe ni tumasobea ta ciana citu tukamatethacia ta ciana citu ciana ithi ti ciakwa na ti ciaku ni Twana Twitu.